Yeah. And, you were cured with orchiectomy alone. And that is the story for many men out there. Thankfully, even for those men who need extra treatments like additional chemotherapy or surgery, survival rates are really high. But that's not entirely the whole story. We've certainly had more of a focus on cancer survivorship, given these kinds of conversations that we're having. Those are more common, they're encouraged. And, I without wanting to harp on this, because I know you've already said the fact that you're not a victim and you've sort of put this behind you, but I'm sure in some ways it comes up. Like, how do you navigate sort of just life after a cancer diagnosis in general?
Like, it has made me, from a personal perspective, just made me a little bit more hypochondriac-y, I guess. like my lungs are tight. Has it spread? But I put that to rest pretty easily. Like, when you put yourself out there the way I did, like, there's always going to be people who will take that as an opportunity to make jokes and stuff. And it's just like, I have a very thick skin, and I would not have, made myself so open and so vulnerable had I not been able to handle all of it. But then for the most part, people are just like, a lot of people don't even know, nor do people care. And it's just like, it should happen to you. Like, people get into accidents all the time and no one's making fun. Like, luckily, for better, for worse, it is pretty funny. Like, I don't like, maybe it's just funny because, like, so many dudes, like, usually funny or comedy is a defense mechanism for something that people find like a weak point about themselves and will be self-deprecating about it, so that it makes it hurt less when other people are that way. So I think in general, men find balls stuff funny because they themselves see that as a vulnerability. And so luckily, like, it's just generally accepted as funny. And it's just like if you can own it, that's the best you can do. Like, that's all that I've taken it as. No one's like a real asshole. And even if they are, it's like, all right, I don't really care. There's something worse going on in their life, probably, maybe, or they're just an asshole for whatever reason. But like, post-diagnosis, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, I am fortunate that, I was treated quickly. I didn't have to go through, I'm sure a lot of people have it a lot worse than I do, in the sense of like follow-up treatments and all that kind of stuff. However taxing those are physically and mentally, like, I'm fortunate that I haven't had to feel those effects, but I kind of sympathize with those people that have to do a lot more. But navigating it post-diagnosis has just been putting myself out there. I kind of like 8 Mile to myself in the Eminem scene. Like, I just put everything out there.
Yeah.
Like, before anyone could do anything, it's like, all right, what are you going to say now, kind of thing. And so that was that. It hasn't been tough for me, luckily. I'm sure it's tough for some people, but I think from a mental perspective, it's just been like, this is something that happened to me. I moved on from it. I'm good. Like, I'm just grateful for the way things are now,